Hey guys, it's Vaughn. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Vaughn, and I always introduce myself the same way every time. So before we get into the video, if you have not already subscribed to my channel, make sure that you do so that you can get a notification every time I post a video. And around here, we get new videos a few times a month, maybe once a week. I don't really have a schedule, but I post videos. So period content is not actually something that I always talk about on my channel, but I figured recently I wanted to have a conversation with you guys. One, because as women, right, one of the things that we most have in common, no matter where you live, where you're from, what you do, is our periods. And the other part to that is that I came across some products that I think you guys are going to appreciate knowing about. So that's kind of the idea behind why I'm posting a video like this. So I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. I do realize that most of my subscribers are grown women. So you guys probably already have your periods figured out. You probably navigate that part of your life pretty well by now. But this is just one of those things where we can kind of just share and bounce ideas off of each other. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys kind of like how my period fits into my lifestyle. So you guys know I'm plant-based, so my lifestyle is a little bit on the natural side. So I wanted to talk with you guys a little bit about how my period fits into my natural lifestyle by sharing kind of like my daily routine when it comes to my period. So in this video, I wanted to share my top 5 tips on how I sort of manage my lifestyle around my period. So first things first, how I plan for my period. I think one of the most effective ways of being in control of your period and getting in front of it and being able to have less stress and anxiety around it is knowing when it's coming. That's with anything in life, right? The better you prepare for it, the better you'll be able to handle it, and the better the outcome, the better the experience. So if you're still using the old-fashioned, just kind of estimating when your period is gonna come, trying to remember approximately when it came in the previous month, then you're still living in the old school, and we got to bring you to the new millennium. Many of you guys may already know, but there are so many apps that you can use these days to kind of track your period. I am currently using an app called Clue. I downloaded it directly to my smartphone, so I'm able to just click right on it. It sends me push notifications. It's a super easy process. The app tells you, of course, when you can expect your period, but it also comes with a lot of different benefits. It also helps you track your ovulation, so if you are trying to get pregnant or trying not to, it's good to know when you're ovulating. It's a convenient, discreet app. It doesn't it's not like a big red spot on your phone. It's really discreet and you can access it whenever you want. So I really like it. I think it's cool. It's something to know about. There are plenty of apps, like I said, on the App Store for smartphones, so you have plenty to choose from. I use Clue. How I prevent leaks. Leaks is probably the biggest fear of any woman dealing with her period from the time you were an adolescent until today. That fear does not fade. No one wants to have an accident in public. No one wants everyone to know that you're on your period because they can see the blood on your butt. So when it comes to preventing leaks, you can have all the best techniques in the world that you can think of, but it's going to boil down to the products that you're using. So when it comes to the period products that I use currently and have pretty much always used ever since I started my period when I was 12. I remember when I first started my period and I was wearing pads all the time. I was using always pads, and then I remember when I decided I wanted to switch to tampons once I started to swim, I used Tampax. And so Always and Tampax have created a new line of products, you guys, called Pure and Clean. These products are brand new but have the same Always and Tampax leak protection, long-lasting protection, so you're getting the quality that you have always known. And so this is a new line of products by Always and Tampax. I'll talk about them individually. So let's start with the pads. Free of dyes and fragrances, free of chlorine bleaching. They're soft and gentle, and they have that top layer that's very soft to the touch, and they have the long-lasting leak guard protection like all of their pads. Now, the Tampax Pure and Clean tampons have the leak guard braid protection. So there's that little braid that comes down from the tampon after you have inserted it that is like that extra protection for you. That little braid is going to be that last resort to save you from having some kind of accident. Free of dyes and fragrances, free of chlorine bleaching. They have a 90% plant-based plastic applicator, which is incredible to me. That stood out to me as a plant-based individual. And the tampon core is made with 100% cotton. I love how the tampon applicator is like a clear. You can see through to see what's inside. You can see your cotton. It kind of just gives me that fresh, clean, pure feel, which is a feeling that I like to have when I'm on my period. And you guys, I really love that Tampax and Always have come out with a line of products that fit in with a lifestyle of a person who is very conscious of ingredients and materials in their period products. I most certainly can appreciate that, and I've used these products for a couple of cycles now, and I absolutely enjoy them. It really is the protection that you would expect from Always in Tampax with a little bit more thoughtfully sourced ingredients. How I pack and organize my period products. So I kind of have a little bit of a hack when it comes to this one. I don't just throw my period products in my bag, and I do that for two reasons. One, makes a little bit of an unorganized mess in my bag, and two, I feel like period products are a little bit delicate and they can get destroyed in your bag. Like if your bag is big like mine, where you kind of just dump a bunch of stuff in there, you stand the chance on like something spilling on your period products and ruining them, something tearing them, something bending them. You know, I like to have my period products compartmentalized. So I'm gonna show you guys a little bag that I use. This is just a little miniature makeup bag, right? It's in a rose gold finish. It's super cute. You guys, I put my period products in this before putting it in my bag. I love using little compartments to organize my stuff, especially in my bags. But also it's a cute bag, right? It almost looks like a clutch. You could also use a clutch for this purpose. So here's an example, right? If I'm somewhere and I need to go to the bathroom to switch out my period product, I need to change it, I need to take out the old and put in the new. I don't wanna pick up my purse, my big old purse, and go to the bathroom. First of all, you're letting everyone in the room know that you're on your period, which is not a big deal, but sometimes you might wanna be a little private. And then two, if you're in an intimate setting, like a barbecue get together with family, you don't really want your family members thinking that you're taking your bag with you because you don't trust them or something. So I just find it to be just an awkward situation, so I don't like doing it. With something like this, I can just grab this out of my purse, take it to the bathroom, no one bats an eye, and I don't have to feel weird taking a big bag to the restroom. Also in this little pouch, I like to include any products that go along with my period. So any feminine wipes, spray, anything that I need to take care of myself from a hygiene perspective, I can put in here as well. So that's just a little tip for you guys. So now on to the next tip, how I manage cramps. So first of all, ladies, I don't really suffer from cramps really as much as some of the stories that I've heard, right? I do get some cramps during my period. I don't get them before or anything. I get them just like maybe day 2, maybe during a little bit of later in day 1. And the way that I handle those is I don't medicine up. I don't take anything for it. You guys, I drink water and I keep moving. And when I say moving, I don't mean I just like run to the gym and like cardio out. I do some cardio, but for the most part, for like the first 2 days of my period, I take it easy on the exercising, and I do more like stretching and yoga poses. And normally I like to be in an environment where it's just me by myself. I can either go out on my balcony or in my bedroom or my living room when it's just me, and roll out my mat and just kind of focus on meditating and stretching and really just becoming more centered with my body and understanding that the cramps are necessary, right? Once you realize what is happening in your body when cramps are happening. So I focus on keeping my body moving and hydrated, and that helps me with my cramps. So now let's talk about cravings. So there's this idea that when a woman comes on her period, you better hide the chocolate. Well, that's fine. For those of you who want to eat chocolate during your period, I think that's totally fine. When I come on my period and I start to get the cravings for sweet, which I do almost every time, typically I don't even like sweets, but when I'm on my period, I'm like, okay, I'll take the savory sweets, whatever you got. But with my lifestyle now and being plant-based and just being, you know, more conscious about what I reach for when I do have these sweet cravings, I don't want to eat processed just because I'm craving something sweet. So I make my own desserts that I think are absolutely sensational, and I like to focus on raw vegan when I do create these desserts during that time. I want them to be really sweet and I want them to be satisfying. So I make my own, and I want to share with you guys one of my favorite raw vegan recipes that I like to have when I'm on my period.
Get punched for the love club, for the love
my period tips and routine lifestyle sharing video today. I hope that you guys did enjoy. I was so excited when I found out about these products, you guys, because I was like, whoa. Because for me, a brand like Always in Tampax is a trusted brand, and these products are easily accessible. I can just go to my local Target and pick them up. I don't have to make a special order or anything like that. And it's just nice to know that the lifestyle that I'm choosing to live, my period products will align with that. And what I would love for you guys to do is to comment below and tell me your craziest period story if you have one. I think it'd be kind of nice to share those stories, especially on this type of video. And I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you in my next one. Bye.